All right, so we out here, the Hebrew Israelites, to teach our people that we are the true children of Israel according to the scriptures, and it's time to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments according to the Most High. Because a lot of churches, they're not teaching the commandments of the Most High, and they're not being obedient to His word.
Exodus 24:12.
So we're going to show you how to be obedient to the Most High, man. Because a lot of people not being obedient today. A lot of people going into religion, Christianity, atheism, all of that is not according to the ways of the Most High.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Right, so let us hear the whole conclusion of the whole matter.
Fear the Most High and keep His commandments.
Right, so that's what you're supposed to do, man. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments. Are the churches teaching that? Are some of the Israelite camps, are y'all teaching your congregation to teach to keep the commandments of the Most High?
But this is the whole duty of man.
Right, so that's the whole duty of man.
Exodus chapter 24, verse 12. And the Lord said unto Moses, come up to me to the mount, and be there, and I will give thee tables of stone, and a law.
And a what?
And a law.
Right, so the Most High gave Moses a law to give unto the children of Israel. A law, man. He didn't give Moses a religion. He didn't give Moses some type of scientific, mathematic stuff, man. He gave Moses a law, which is contained in the Old Testament. Keep going.
And commandments.
And commandments, not just the 10 Commandments, like the so-called churches teach. They don't even teach the 10 Commandments. They teach only 9 commandments. So the Most High said, you got to follow His laws and commandments.
Which I have written.
Right, so the Most High written those. Some people say, oh, Moses wrote that. We don't got to keep Moses' law. No, that was the Most High. Even the Shabbat, that was in what? In the book of Genesis, when the Most High rested, man. As I have rested, you're supposed to rest.
Romans chapter 5, verse 19. For as by one man's disobedience, many were made sinners.
Right, so many were made sinners by one man's disobedience. And we understand by that one man, it came through Adam. Keep going.
So by the obedience of one shall many be made righteous.
Right, so by the obedience of one, who is that one? That's talking about the Mashiach, who the world called Jesus Christ, a so-called Negro. Because Jesus Christ, He wasn't a so-called white man, like the world teachers, man. They got images everywhere of Him. I know Christmas time's coming up. You're going to see a so-called white man in downtown Syracuse, a big old Christmas tree. But according to the scriptures, Christ was a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah.
That's right. You get Genesis chapter 2, verse 16.
So it says, by one man's disobedience, many became sinners, man. Because now we got fleshly lusts. We have desires, as Adam.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 16. And the Most High Power commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat.
Right, so the Most High gave Adam a commandment. Right? Keep going.
But, verse 17, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it.
Right, so the tree of good and evil, you shall not eat of it, Adam. So the Most High gave Adam a commandment. Remember, we just read in Philippians, right? No, we just read in Romans 5 and 19 that the Most High basically is giving us a choice. We're going to have to follow after Adam, or we can follow after Christ. So let's see if Adam obeyed the Most High. Was he obedient?
You get verse 17. Genesis 3 and 6.
Okay. Genesis 2 and 17. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die.
Right, thou shalt surely die, man. Because if you don't be obedient to the Most High, that will lead to death. Because by you not being obedient, that leads to sin. And we know that the wages of sin is death.
3 and 6.
Romans chapter 6, verse 16. Know ye not that whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to who ye obey, whether of sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness.
Yeah, right. Right. So the Most High giving you a choice. I mean, whatever your mindset is, that's who you serving. Are you going to serve after the similitude of Adam, or are you going to obey the Most High? But so let's see if Adam obeyed the Most High. Let's see.
Genesis 3 and 6. Yeah.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat.
Right, so the woman ate, and we know that Satan always uses the woman to do something, man. All the time. Because the woman is the weak vessel. And what the women do, they go to the man, and they put that weak spirit into the man. Oh yeah, come celebrate Christmas, ain't nothing wrong with that. Come celebrate Thanksgiving, ain't nothing wrong with that. Come on, let's have the kids put on some Halloween costumes. Ain't nothing wrong with that, just another day.
Right, man, and I'll cut you off, but then another thing about that woman, she'll say, oh, like say you in a household with that woman, and you know, you try to put your foot down, she'll be like, oh, you ain't my husband. So what you do, you go sign the papers and get married to her, and then as soon as you get married to her, then you try to put your foot down, what she say then? Oh, you ain't my father, you ain't my daddy. So no matter what, man, you know, dealing with that woman, man, you gotta find the right woman, man. That's obedient to her man, is according to the scriptures. That's what I'm talking about. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
Right, Christ said, if the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall in the ditch. Right?
Let's go verse 17.
Verse 17.
So we understood in verse 6 that Adam and Eve, mainly Adam, disobeyed the Most High, because the Most High told Adam, don't eat of that tree. So let's see what happened to Adam.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast not hearkened unto the voice because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree.
Right, let's stop right there. He said, you hearken unto the voice of thy wife. You didn't hearken unto the Most High. So we got to understand that we got to worship the Most High and not our wives, man. Not a female, man. Always worship the Most High. Don't let a woman get in front of you, man. Always worship the Most High, because our head is Christ, man. And the head of Christ is the Most High. It didn't say the head of man was the woman.
Right.
There's proper order according to the scriptures.
Right. That's a false balance.
That's right. About a woman being a weak vessel and placing that kind of spirit inside of a man, that's producing vain thoughts. Right? And them vain thoughts, which is from the enemy, can lead you astray. Right? So we gotta watch our thought process and while we listen to our woman.
Of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake.
Right, so Adam was cursed.
Keep going.
And in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life.
Right, so Adam was cursed, man. And if you keep reading, Adam eventually died off. Because the Most High said you'll surely die, man. So if you don't be obedient to the word of the Most High, it'll lead to death. And you'll find out a lot of churches, they're not obedient to the
And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. therefore, Moses also had highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name. That, Philippians chapter 2, verse 8. And being found in a fashion as a man, he humbled himself.
Right, so Christ humbled himself, keep going.
And became obedient unto death.
Right, so Christ became obedient to death, man. When Christ was on the cross, he could have what? Wiggled himself off the cross and killed everybody in front of him. But Christ understood he had a purpose on the earth. Just like us, we have a purpose on the earth. So if people persecute us, mock us, talk about us, we understand that's according to the scriptures. And we got to be obedient. We can't get out of character and let Satan come inside of us. But when the Most High put that spirit on us to do what we got to do, then we're going to do what we got to do. But for now, we can't get out of character, man. And we got to become obedient unto Christ.
Acts 5 and 30. The God of our fathers raised up Yahushua, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. 31. And hath the Most High exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel.
Right. So Christ had a mission on the earth. So he had to be obedient. He couldn't disobey the Most High.
Sure.
He had to be obedient, and he had to die for the nation of Israel. He had to die for the people that wanted to follow him, man. So he had to be obedient.
Yeah, Exodus 24 and 7.
Job chapter 36, verse 11. If they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasures. Verse 12. But if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword.
That's right.
And they shall die without knowledge.
That's right, man. So if you obey the Most High, that's blessings. But if you disobey the Most High, you'll be cursed, man.
24 and 7. Yeah, Isaiah 1 and 18.
So you have a choice, man. Either obey or disobey. So let's see what obedience is according to the scriptures.
Exodus chapter 24, verse 7. And he took the book of the covenant and read it in the audience of the people. And they said, all that the Lord hath said, we will do.
Right, we will do, keep going.
And be obedient.
And be what?
And be obedient.
So, right, so that's obedience according to the scriptures, man. Following what the Most High say. The Most High say go pray, you pray, man. The Most High say go do something, you do it. You got to obey the Most High.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 19. If ye be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land.
Right, so if you be obedient, you'll be blessed, man. You'll eat the good of the land. So if you be obedient, you'll eat the good of the land, man. You'll eat the good of the land.
Deuteronomy 11 and 27. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Most High.
Right, that's plain and simple. It says a blessing if you obey the Most High. Keep going.
A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Most High, your power, which I command you this day. 28. And a curse.
Woo! In the what?
And a curse.
In a curse, like the brother just read in the book of Job. A curse. Keep going.
If you will not obey the commandments of the Most High, your power, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day.